Great day, everyone. This is Dr. AJ, the wifepreneur, providing resources and tips that help you change the way you think, look, and feel about your marriage and sex. If you think about it, there's 60% of the population end up in divorce. Why is that? There's several reasons. Now, if you listen to scientists, sex therapists, marriage and family counselors, they will all agree that there's three main factors that play into divorce: communication, finances, and sex. And so I want to deal with communication and sex part. Marital sex is very important. You need that intimacy and that time with your spouse. And I've seen growing up, and I'm not that old, but I've seen growing up dealing with married couples. You could tell the ones that weren't having sex because they was mean and ornery, especially the women. And it's a myth that women don't like sex, but women do like sex. Women want to feel close and intimate with their spouse, and we want to deal with that and tackle that. So there are 5 signs that will help you assess whether or not you have a healthy, happy marital sex life. And so the first thing is your relationship a healthy relationship? And to have a healthy relationship, you should have great communication. I don't mean just coming in the door after a hard day's work and say, "Oh, hey, how was your day?" And that was it. I mean, having a healthy conversation. You guys are having healthy dialogue, which is two-way conversation. You guys are talking to each other and not at each other. You're able to listen without interrupting. You're able to speak without arguing. That is healthy communication in a relationship. It won't always be that way, but majority of the time, if you can communicate effectively, then that's a sure sign that you probably having a healthy, happy sex life. The second sign number 2, experimentation in the bedroom. Disclaimer, I'm not talking about menage a trois, bringing a third party in your bedroom. I'm not talking about that. That's overboard. And to each his own. However, when you bring third party into the bedroom, disclaimer, you can't control that third party's emotions. So if you bring a third party into the marriage bedroom, emotions and feelings may change. Whether it's your spouse or you change your feelings toward that third party, the third party is seeking more than what's offered. All right. But experimentation, I mean in the bedroom, as far as taking away the habit of always having sex at a certain time, a certain day, a certain time in a month. Or I used to laugh, but for example, my grandparents, Lord bless their soul, they were married before one of them, my grandmother, died. They had been married for over 50 years. And my grandmother told me this, they would have sex every Thanksgiving. Now, they stopped sleeping in the same bed, I think, after about 35 years of marriage. And every Thanksgiving, my grandfather could count on getting him some loving. Every Thanksgiving, like clockwork. We knew not to call and not to come over. Actually, after 5 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day, we knew it was lights out for them. They were getting their loving on. But experimentation, you want to have sex different times of the day. If you're able to have flexibility, you have more than 2 bedrooms, have sex in another bedroom. Hey, experiment, have sex in the car, or maybe sex outside in the rain. Something different. Role play is a great one. Role playing is a great one with your spouse. Role play, that brings some spice into the relationship. Now, if you want to go there, bring in some props, maybe a swing, maybe handcuffs, maybe blindfold. That will bring excitement. Nobody likes to be in a relationship where it's just always boring. It's always, they used to say in the movies, missionary position. Try something different. And that will keep you always on your toes in relationship and keep that butterfly feeling in that stomach, in your stomach. Sign number 3 of a healthy married sex life. You give sex freely. You're not holding it hostage. You're not making sex as a weapon. So many people in marriages I've heard, and I've been there. Yes, I've been married for a while. You get mad, or you want your spouse to do something, they ain't doing something fast enough. You dangle that carrot and say, well, we ain't doing it until this gets done, or I'm mad at you and I'm not. No, I'm not doing it. Cut that out, because all that is bringing tension and distension in your marriage. So give sex freely. Now, disclaimer. Now, if it's something like really bad, then you do that with discretion. But you shouldn't hold back on initiating or giving sex to your spouse. Sign number 4 of a healthy married sex life. Make it a regular part of your relationship. Don't let 3 months go by and you don't have sex. That's ridiculous. Everybody gets horny. A woman gets horny. Even with our hormones being out of whack, we still want that physical attention. And men want it also. Even with them being stressed, they still have moments of when they want to have that physical interaction. And so I'm being sparingly here, but you should have sex at least 2 times a month. I'm being sparingly. But if you can have more, have it more. You should have sex more. If there's nothing limiting you as far as any physical ailments, any physical disabilities, nobody is sick, everybody's healthy, you should have your sex life should be a regular part of your relationship. Even if your parents, my husband and I we have been together for, married for 5, and dated for 6. We got 2 kids, and they're small, 9 months and 3 years old. And that means if you have to schedule, now sometimes we got to schedule. Because kids, especially small kids, they up early and they want to go to bed late at night. So, tip, anybody with small children, this is the tip for you guys. If you want to make sex a regular part of your relationship, start having a regular bedtime for your children. They going to bed. For example, I try to have my kids in bed before 10 o'clock. Have them in bed before 10 o'clock. So if that alone time comes about, we're able to have that peaceful alone time and the kids aren't asleep. The kids are asleep. And we're able to enjoy each other without interruptions. If your husband or wife works a lot, schedule the days that they're off, and sometimes you need to be spontaneous with sex. It doesn't all the time have to be planned, like a whole evening and date night, so you know what's going to end with sex. No, if you're home, the kids are asleep, you're home, and the kids are gone. Hey, initiate it, women. Initiate sex. There's nothing wrong with it. Get it out your head, because it's a mindset change that you initiating sex is wrong. It's not. We are sexual beings. Everybody, men and women. We just been programmed to believe that women shouldn't be sexual creatures. No, we are. Those hormones that we have, they're there for a reason. So use them in the context that it's supposed to be used for, and that's marriage. That is marriage. And then sign number 5 that you have a healthy married sex life. That sex is not just an act for you. That is not for you and your spouse. That is actually time for you to connect. You connect physically, emotionally, and spiritually, which means that sometimes It's not just going straight to sex, it's you are just really paying attention and being in tune with your spouse, and you having extended foreplay sessions. What I mean, kissing, touching, massaging, caressing, all of that good stuff, foreplay. And that will bring you much closer in your relationship, and you'll be much happier. Your spouse will be much happier. And women, I'm talking for myself as a woman, you're geared to want to do more stuff for your husband. Men will too. But us, if the sex is right, we might break our back to do some things we need to do, or adjust some things in order for us to keep that healthy part of our relationship. So I'm glad I was able to help you to know what the 5 signs of a healthy marriage sex life. If you don't have one, that's okay. I will help you. I have tips that will help you have a strong marriage like me, a happy marriage like me. I pray for good fortune in everything that you do and for your good health, that your everyday affairs prospers as well as your soul. If you're interested, follow me on my blog. The link is below. And if you want to turn up your sex life, we have some I have some sex enhancement pills. For the women, love. For the men, strike up. They last between 1 and 3 days. It helps with libido. Women, it helps with our desire and wetness. It also helps with the pH level of our genitalia. So these are some great all natural products to use. So click the link below if you're interested in purchasing these turn up products to spice up your marital sex life. Hey, great marital bliss. Bye bye.